Click. So let's take a look at the product controller. All right. So the same pattern really as with categories. We need to use the product index this time to fetch the product by slug. And once we have the product, we can fill the product model. So let's do the same thing again. This time, oops, right? We need to bring in this index of products, the default product index, as we call it. So instead, you can override that, and you could have different ones, say super duper product index, for instance, or as you said, you could build your own type. That could be a shirt type, and then you would reference it this way. We're going to be using the built-in product index. So this is all we need. All right, let's get a product. Again, find, oops, where p.slug equals, oops, not triple equals, we're not in JavaScript land. And then first the default, oops. Again, we'll have to handle the 404 separately here, but I'll skip it again for now. All right, so the product model. Yep, the product model. Let's build it. Has a name, product name, display name, sorry. We have is variant, we'll deal with that later. Let's do the simple ones first. Product. Description, long description. And what else? We have the SKU. And we have a variant SKU. Well, we will just pass it directly. We don't know if this is a product or a variant at this point. It could be either. So just plug it in directly. Okay, so those were the easy ones, and let's do the not so easy ones. But in fact, before we do that, let's, oh, the URL is easy as well. So let's do that. Oops. Pardon my typing. Right, slug. Yep, that's it. What I'd like to do at this point is to wrap this in a method that we call map product, surprisingly. Yeah. Actually, I'm curious what happens now. Let's see if this is enough to get something on the page. No, it's better. We're getting there. All right, so let's complete the product's view model with the last bits. This is, it's basically just the price that's missing. And possibly variance, but we're not going to tackle that today. But we could get the variance. Why are we not? Oh, yeah, we can tackle. Yeah, we can do that certainly. So price, same thing as before. Make one price calculation result, and then filter out the prices and map them after. So what we could do here is just map a single price. We could just get a product price calculation result. Oops. Product price calculation result dot item, single item. We call that price. I think we'll be creating another map price method that will look suspiciously like the first one. Actually, I'm gonna just steal it. Sorry. There'll be a better way to reuse this code, but this is a hands-on, let's get it working type of deal. Static method.
Method you're in is static, so just remove the static keyword and you'll be good.
Thank you.
No worries.
Well spotted. And now this complains. Oh, yeah, of course we need the price. Yeah, so we need the price. Let's get the price as before. We had something similar to this for the products inside the categories. We had a. Oh, yeah, okay. So the prices are not prices on products. We're only interested in prices on the variance. So we'll need to do something more. We need to get the variance at this point. And the way we get variance is similar to how we get products. Exact same index, they're stored next to each other. So, oops. There you go. So I have to explain this first. We get the product, we get the variance for all of the products in one go, not inside of a for each, not inside of a select or anything that loops through a collection of some sort. We do it by making a single query to the product index where we provide it with a prepared list of variant goods that we take from the product. Remember, these are just flat documents, so the product variants will just have a list of goods. That's all we have. We don't have the models, so we need to get them out of the index before we can do something with them. All right, so we got the variance and the calculate prices. Why is it not happy about this? Oh, okay, yeah, catalog library. So this is this is what we're used to doing. Static method, calling static methods on the libraries, but at this point we don't have that. So we'll need to do an import of sorts, or we'll need to declare the dependencies that we're going to be using. So we need private I catalog library. Let's call it catalog library. So at this point, the compiler is happy. Doesn't care whether it's a static method call or whether it's a call to a property declared up here. Okay, so now that's happy. We got the prices, and the product doesn't have a price. So we just map the product without a price. That's totally fine. We can deal with that because we have a clause where price is null. But for the variance, that's where we need to calculate the prices. And if we look at the template, you can see that in addition to the price of the product, which we don't care about this, but if we had a price for the product, we could certainly display it here. Then what we're really interested in displaying the variance and their prices. So actually, I'll move this down there. Actually put it here and make it a variant price. Oops, inside the, oh, no, I can't do that. I'll put it back. Let's deal with product prices instead. Yep. Since we have just a single product, I think this is one of the cases where we can say it's fine to have one price calculation for one product. There isn't anything we can save by adding, doing more at one time. Just show the variance, but show the price on the product instead. Let's do that. So we'll create a new list of goods, and this is going to be the product good. Yep. Of course, curly braces. Thank you. Yep. Okay, so we got a price calculation result, and the price should be the first item or default. Okay. Just scanning it to see whether I'm happy or not. We're not expecting it to be able to show the variance yet. That was me getting ahead of myself. Let's deal with the prices first, and then the variance at the end. Right. Well, we got the headline. We did not get the price. Like I said, when we did the categories list, the price thing is maybe not well-rounded yet. So again, I'll just leave it at the principle and not start to dig myself into a rabbit hole and explain why the prices aren't there. Let's get the variance in at this point. Okay, so we have a product model, and the product model has a property called variance, and that's the one we want to fill with something useful. Now remember, we have a result set of variance that we did in one go. It's quite simple just to map all of those to a product view model. So we can reuse the map product method that we have down there. Let's do that. Let's say that the variance is now going to be some new list, but not this way. I think instead this time I will select from the variance something that is not a new view model, because that's not necessary. We actually already have a map product method that we can reuse, because product variant in this case is very much the same thing conceptually, although there are differences. But we have already mapped the variance queue, so that should be good. Map product, and we'll pass the variant this time. And for the price, we'll just pass null, because we don't want prices on this. And I think the thing we're missing is a toList. So now the compiler is happy. Let's see if we're happy. No? Okay, let me just consult my pre-made what? Okay. Okay, maybe this product doesn't have any variance. That is very likely. So let's try another product. Yep, this one has. So there you are. Those are the variants. And then this is actually the end of my workshop. And